So let's move on. Let's have some fun. Well, I'll think of something fun up here. So my relatives came in last night from Kansas City on my wife's side, and they booked a hotel online. They showed up to the hotel and it was like a crack hotel. For those of you who don't, that would be a bad hotel in an unsavory part of town.
Hey, I guess people who would listen to this have watched enough Hollywood movies if they haven't been to America to understand what we're talking about when we say crack hotel.
Right.
A lovely crack den.
Right, exactly. Glass pipes everywhere, some relatively used syringes available.
Uh-huh.
And so
AIDS-free used syringe.
We've cleaned these ones with bleach. They're ready for it. And I don't care where you are in America, every town's got a little bit part of called the Badlands. The Badlands are Philadelphia. They've got a whole mile by mile stretch of just terrible stuff. And so they go look at the hotel, and then they go to the hotel site and they write it and they go, okay, I don't know where you sent us to. And it was a legit site. So I'm sure the damage is done for those folks. It's over. Cracked in. Shit. That's my funny story of the day, my man.
The funny story I have is last night I almost threw up because of the amount of cologne some dude had dumped his face into and was standing right next to me. And I was like, oh my God, I think for a minute I was talking, I was on a call. So like 15 minutes into that call, I was like, why am I starting to get a migraine? I was like, Alex, I think it's your voice. And he was like, shut up, you talk to me every day, you don't get a migraine. And I finally realized it was this dude. I don't know what the hell happens to people, especially in India at least, when they're wearing a suit. It's almost like they buy a suit and that guy gives them one tube of hair gel to spike their hair and one bottle of cologne, and he's like, okay, dump yourself, let's hit town.
This was complimentary with the suit, sir.
Yeah.
You know, I always look at it because I'm allergic to some cologne, so it doesn't work out well for me, and that's why I keep a mask around so I can put it on. I always wonder, does their nose not work? You know what I mean? Because
oh no, I think it's basically like people who are standing in like the guy who was cleaning the loos in Peru. He's been in that smell for so long, he doesn't notice it.
Doesn't even notice, God. So I would say, how very French of you to have put on so much cologne. Thank you so much.
And I was so annoyed. Like I was just on the phone with Alex and I was picking him apart for no fault of his, okay? That guy's just standing next to me and he's like, look at that fucking cologne and his stupid hair. And I looked down and I don't know why men's shoe have gotten like pointier and pointier over the years. I was like, you can stab someone with that damn thing.
Right.
What the hell is that, John? It's been bothering me.
Okay, so the first place I ever saw that was a friend of mine that went over to your country and came back with those shoes. And that was probably 12 or 14 years ago. Literally, it came from India. And I was like,
those I know what they're called. They're called kolapuris, and they're supposed to be worn with those little garb dresses that we have, the kurtas. It's not for dudes wearing it with a suit and running around and irritating me.
Yeah, but that's the first place I ever saw it. And I was like, where do your toes end on this thing? You know? Yeah. And there was no real answer. I got to put my deal in my pocket here so I can I am making my bread right now. I thought today while we were on this recording that I should do something that, nobody would do in India as far as I understand. So as a business owner, I'm going to go in and tidy up the loo while I'm talking to you on the
Is this episode going to be called Right Down the Toilet?
That's right. Oh, there you go. Oh, some of my best work went down the toilet. There you go. Okay, that was pretty good. That's fairly tidy. But, sometimes every day I come in here, I can tell you how busy we were by the way the loo looks. And how late people were here. The more paper on the ground, the later they were here. And the things they will leave behind for me. Wow.
Oh, God. So,
yeah, it's disturbing. So that's my.
I think you've
part of
told me a
my-
list of stuff that you've found in there.
Uh, well, and the thing is, nobody really wants to think about it or hear about it. So we probably better move on to something.
I know.